Got the bump. Okay, so if we need to, we can shoot it again, or we can start from the beginning. All right. Ryan here with Business Trends TV, and today I have Dr. Alborzian on the line from the Eye Center of La Jolla. He's, you know what? Let me start again because it's showing you. Hold on, it should be going to me. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. Ryan Steinelson here with Business Trends TV, and today I have Dr. Alborzian from the Eye Center of La Jolla. Dr. Alborzian is going to ask answer a few questions that we frequently get from people that are looking to find a great LASIK surgeon. So, Dr. Alborzian, you with us?
Yes. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning. Great to have you. And one of the questions that we get a lot is if I'm looking for a great LASIK surgeon, what should I look for?
Well, I think the basics of looking for any surgeon is nowadays, thanks to the internet, you've got information at your fingertips. So I would start by doing a quick background search, and then one of the main things I would look for is make sure that this is a board certified, preferably American trained ophthalmologist. Since we live in the States, I would make sure that they have an active medical license, and you'd be surprised to find information. Maybe their license is expired, maybe they haven't kept up with their certification. I would look for things that legitimize this doctor, and then once you've got the basic reputation found online and make sure, and all of that information is available. All the state licensing boards in every state has a website where you can enter the doctor's information, and it will show you whether they hold an active license or not. And then American Board of Ophthalmology certifies ophthalmologists, so board certification is always helpful. That just tells you or tells me that this doctor is actively engaged in keeping up with the latest information and the latest knowledge related to surgery. And then finally, a personal thing of mine would be to really get to know the doctor. LASIK has become a very fast-paced type of procedure. I'm sure everyone's heard advertisements for it in one form or another. And so I would want to sort of build a relationship. Again, this is surgery like any other surgery. So for me, it would be important to know that I'm still going to see my LASIK surgeon afterwards once the surgery is done. Anything can come up. Maybe I won't be as happy. And, there's all different ways of doing LASIK nowadays. But for me, having a personal relationship with the doctor so I can ask my questions directly to the doctor is important. Again, I'm doing a procedure that's elective for the eyes. I would want to make sure that I'm fully informed. And that really, for me, comes by knowing who is the person, who's the character behind this surgery that's going to take place on my eyes, and making sure that there's a long-term relationship after that in case issues come up. And it's very rare, but occasionally, things come up, and you need to know who the surgeon was, as opposed to just going through sort of a very fast-paced setting where one after another the surgeries are done, and there may not be such long-term follow-up. So that's what I would look for personally.
So what you're saying is number one is look for their reviews or their reputation online. Number two, look to see if they've got the proper board accreditation to see if they're properly certified. And then number three is kind of a combination of their bedside manner and their ability to be able to communicate with you following the procedure itself.
Sure, absolutely. Again, back in the day, you had to really rely on the word of mouth of maybe family members or somebody that had a particular type of procedure before you went to a surgeon, or especially for elective cases, plastic surgery, for example. So again, most people do LASIK because they don't want to wear glasses or contact lenses. That's the point of LASIK. And so if you're sort of going for this elective procedure, how are you going to find out whether the surgeon is capable of doing it? Thanks to the internet, this information is posted. People just willingly go and write online reviews on their own, and you have access to that information. Whoever wants to search for it, you can find it. And But some of the subtleties, like knowing whether this particular surgeon actually holds an active, certification in the laser, or what type of laser do they have a certification for? There are various forms of technology, and we want to make sure that the one that they're actively certified to perform is the latest technology, as the medical board review has endorsed this doctor as being a competent surgeon. And those are some basic information. Again, at your fingertips on the internet, so very easy to found. And then, of course, yes, again, for me, personally, I would prefer to know my surgeon. That may not be the case for everybody, but for me, I think there's some very added benefits just in case down the road I need more care, or if I'm not happy, I need to make sure that I know who did the surgery. So some of the things I get lost now in this fast-paced world of doing things in sequence. Everything is automated. A lot of tasks get delegated to the non-surgeons because there are so many patients.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's great insight. Now, if somebody wanted to, or somebody went and experienced, or went to your office and got a LASIK surgery at your location there, what would the experience be like at the eye center of La Jolla?
Right. So that's again what I preach is what I practice. So I really take big ownership. If you're just talking about LASIK in general, my practice is run in such a way where there's constant one-on-one interaction with me. I enjoy every step of the way, including the measurements, including the testing. Some of that testing is done, very easily by sitting in front of a computer, and anybody can press the button, as the operator of the machine to take those measurements for the patient. But I've learned that in every step of the way, from having a patient read the chart to performing these tests that give us the values and the measurements, including the refraction, which is measuring for the glasses or the contact lenses, like this are the values that we plug into the LASIK machine. I perform those and verify that I made sure this is the best corrective set of numbers that we're going to use to perform the LASIK. So, what you'll find in my practice is really just a very interactive. It's a small setting. It's a small office. We have a few girls working, so everybody's known by first name. It's a very intimate setting, and I think that brings value for the care that we provide. I think we really get to know the person. We understand their objectives. I tell lots of people, LASIK is not good necessarily for the health of your eyes. I've had that question. I'm here to get LASIK because I've heard it's good for your eyes. It's not a health issue. It's really it adds the convenience of not needing your glasses or contact lenses that we're talking about. So, the great candidate, once they learn that this is not a health-related thing, decides maybe not to do it. So, by really engaging the patient and understanding the motives on a one-to-one basis here, with the great staff that I have, I think we try to do the best possible thing for everyone. So that's sort of, I guess this is an old traditional way of practicing medicine.
Yeah.
Where you spend time one-on-one with the doctor. I hear that's not the trend these days, but
yeah.
I'm doing it.
No, it's refreshing because that is obviously we are in a very fast-paced world, and a lot of times people are treated like numbers as opposed to with a on a one-on-one level where you know them by name and you follow them all the way through the process. And it sounds like you guys have built a practice there where you are following people all the way through the process, and it's not just somebody that you've outsourced that to. It's you yourself, which is very rare, and I think in the LASIK community. So I think
yes, and I think hopefully the power of the internet will let this form of medicine last for all of us. I think it's good healthcare to really be engaged with your doctor, because we go to medical school to gain all this knowledge, and we're here to share it. But just the way the world is changing around us puts a lot of pressures to maybe go in a different way. But we're still trained to get to know the patient, take their history, find out what the problem or issue is at hand, and help them. But if you delegate every step along the way to someone else, some of that information may be lost, and it's really not the way we were trained in medical school.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I hear you loud and clear. So, well, awesome. Well, let me. What kind of now? I know that you have some sort of an offer for first-time patients. What kind of offer do you have for any first-time patients there, Dr. Alborzian?
So generally speaking, again, I actually offer a face-to-face 15-minute interview for LASIK consults for any new patients. They get to know me really quickly, feel that rapport. Is this somebody that you're going to trust to do your surgery for you? So that's a standing offer that we have in the office. But thanks to your business trend help, with getting us exposure, I think once we start doing the measurements, however, we start charging. So for a basic refraction, we have a $70 fee, and therefore, thereafter, all these fees kind of get piled on, but they go towards the final cost of the LASIK procedure. But I think for users of your website, I would waive that refraction fee of $70. So not only do you get the 15-minute free LASIK consult, I would throw in the refraction, which is a $70 value, and that still goes toward the final LASIK surgery.
Awesome. So if somebody mentions the word Business Trends TV or Hangout when they come in, then they'll get the special offer of the $70 off the refractory.
Tell them to call me.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. That's an awesome offer. And then also, I wanted to make sure that you had. Is there any final words that you want to share with people that are watching?
No, I think the internet is a powerful tool for getting our message out, help patients, and do the right thing for everyone. Yeah, so I think it's great what you guys are doing, and hopefully, we'll all succeed.
Awesome. Well, now, what's the best way for somebody to get a hold of you? I've actually put on my bottom third here your website. Is that Eye Care or Eye Center of La Jolla, and then the phone number? So that's the best way to get a hold of you guys is Eye Center of La Jolla.
You can go to our website at eyecenteroflajolla.com. There's a web form. You can schedule your own appointment online, or you can call that phone number at the bottom of the screen, and somebody will answer between 8:30 and 5 every day. And you can also leave a message after hours. If you need us, if we give you a call back, we can do that.
Okay, awesome. And we'll put all that information below in the description of the video, so you'll see the phone number there, and you'll also see the website that you can just click on if you're watching this video. So, Dr. Alborzian, thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
You bet. All right. So why don't we do this? Do you want to go through and answer some of these other questions here? I've got some, like, how long does LASIK last? How is LASIK surgery painful? I don't know if you want to get into any of those questions. That we can answer those questions really quickly if you'd like to.
Is this so? Will you be editing this video?
Yeah, I'll be editing out that first section, and then we'll leave these other videos here for future use if you want to have access to them. It's just content. I mean, I just figure, hey, we're on today.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. If you want to add anything else.
So so let me just go. So one of the questions that we get, Dr. Alborzian, is how long does LASIK surgery last?
So LASIK surgery should last indefinitely, in theory. There are two optical focusing powers of the eye. There's the cornea, where we do LASIK on. That's the front section of the eye. And then there's the lens inside the eye. So once you change the shape of the cornea, it should not change again. But there's the second component, the lens inside the eye, is what changes throughout our lifetime. And it's tissue that gets thicker and thicker as we age. So it's not really that your LASIK is probably come undone. It's the other parts of the eye that are changing. So if you're in your 20s and you do LASIK, you should expect it to last you a good 20 to 30 years, and hopefully longer if your lens doesn't change the overall power of the eye too much. But if you're in your 50s and 60s and you do LASIK, well, there's a chance that as your lens gets thicker, or sometimes that becomes even a cataract in your 60s and 70s, the power of the eye will shift overall, and you may need another procedure. So typically, the younger you are, the longer it will last for you. And then, of course, the FDA has set the guidelines at 21 years of age to do LASIK. But a safe age for it would be 25, and maybe between 25 and 30 is the perfect age, I think, for LASIK. And that should last you for a very long time.
Great. Great answer. Thank you for that. Now, another question that we get is I just put it underneath me here. Is LASIK surgery painful?
The LASIK surgery itself is not real pain. What people experience is some pressure during the flap creation. If you watch some videos on how LASIK is done, the initial stage of the procedure is where we create a LASIK flap, and to achieve that suction that makes a very smooth cut using an all laser technology we're talking about. I don't really do the blade form of LASIK flaps anymore. We hear from patients that they feel quite a bit of pressure on the eye, which lasts maybe about a minute in each eye. So you're looking at 2 minutes of pretty high pressure over each eye, and after that, there is no pain.
Gotcha. Good to know. Now, another question that we get is, it's just below me here, is how do I know if LASIK is right for me?
That's probably the hardest question, because one of the things that I encounter is that sometimes people think that this is preventative medicine, or whether this is really good to do LASIK for you. The big question you need to ask yourself is how inconvenienced you are by wearing glasses or contact lenses. This is a purely elective procedure, and the goal of LASIK is to get you independence from needing glasses. So if you're a very high prescription person, whether you're nearsighted or farsighted, and you're trying to get independence from wearing your glasses or contact lenses all the time, and you have a healthy eye which meets certain criteria, then you could be a good candidate, and you may benefit from LASIK. But that's the big question. Are you unhappy wearing your contact lenses? Do you wish you didn't have to wear glasses all the time? And if the answer is yes, then you should be you can be evaluated. And if you're a good candidate, then you can decide to proceed.
Awesome. Thank you for the answers to those questions. I think that people, they can get a hold of you. The best way to get a hold of you, obviously, is to go to eyecenteroflajolla.com, and the phone number that's below me. So if you have any further questions, then you can contact Dr. Alborzian there at either the website or the phone number below. And thank you, Dr. Alborzian, for answering the questions.
Thank you, Ryan.
You bet. Okay, so that's good. So we got we got the first segment, and then we got the answers to those questions. That's just great content. What we typically do is in the content, because really now SEO is dead. The Fortune magazine or Forbes magazine actually listed as the number one the number one strategy for online marketing for 2014 is content marketing. The definition of content marketing is creating content, which is what we just did, in the most powerful way possible, which is video. And then what we do is we take that content and we convert it from the video, we actually create a written content out of it, and we post that with the video and the blog post. We post both of those pieces of content to our customer's website. So that's content marketing. That's the definition of it. So what we did is content marketing. It's creating content for the value of your prospective customer out there, leading with value. Just like we're doing with you, we're leading with value. You're giving value. You're giving education. People can develop a know-like, trust relationship with you before they even call you up, before they even come in the office. So that's really the value of doing what we just did right there. And I think we got a good segment. I think that the interview was great. We'll edit that section out. We'll edit the main advertorial section out, which is the three questions that I asked you. That's the main meat of what we created. Now, typically, what we do is we go into the importance of reputation and the impact it can have on your business. So, I mean, I don't know if you have time now, or if you want to do this at a later date.
Uh, how long is it going to take me, Ryan? 'Cause,
It would take probably 5-10 minutes.
okay, yeah. Why don't you go ahead?
Okay.
I've
Let
got
me know when you can see my
a
screen.
long list of things I got to do, but okay.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Let me look at. Okay, go ahead. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna show. Okay, so obviously before I showed you, we talked about the fact that if you have 3 services and they're virtually identical, you choose number 3 because it's got 6 5-star reviews. Number 1 is that if you look up any business name in their city, 80 million Google Plus pages have merged with each company's website and reveals their reputation. So right now, for example, when we go and we look for Eye Center of La Jolla, you can see that right now that when I go there, when my computer goes there, okay, let me just. You guys are right now. Here we go. I'm Eye Center of La Jolla. You can see my screen hopefully, and I've got so many things up here, so that's why it's bogging down a second for a little bit. Okay, so Eye Center of La Jolla. So if I type in Eye Center of La Jolla in Google, you can see here that you've got 6 reviews here on Google Plus. Do you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so this is your reputation. So your business name has been merged. Your website, whether you know it or not, has been merged with your Google Plus page and your reviews. This is what Google has done with 80 million businesses out there, and your business is no different. So that's why it's important to manage your reputation, so that ultimately you have some control over what people are seeing when they see or they type in, for example, Eye Center of La Jolla. And we know that people are typing this in because if you see my screen here, you see how Google is suggesting these words right here?
Mm-hmm.
Google is suggesting these words here. Hold on. Eye Center of. So look at it. See, this is so important for you to see. Google gives these words. It suggests these words only if people are typing them in on a regular basis. So you can see Eye Center of La Jolla, Eye Center of La Jolla reviews. Look at that. Even more specific. People are specifically typing in. This is proof positive that they're typing in Eye Center of La Jolla reviews. And the question is when they type that in, what are they seeing? Right now, here's La Jolla Laser Vision Center. This is that's not you guys. So here's 13 reviews, 4.5 stars. Here's Eye Center of La Jolla. So your Google Plus reviews are showing up. Demand Force is showing up here. You've got 5 reviews. Are you using Demand Force right now?
No, not currently. I did.
Okay. So San Diego Cataract, a review of Eye Center of La Jolla. So here's a video. That's good that you guys have created that. This is what you want to make sure that you're managing, so that ultimately people are seeing your reviews. They're seeing 5 stars here for all of the actual directories that are showing up for your name when people type that in. And we know that people are typing it in because, again, that's, we just did that search. So let me go back here. So the marketing game changer number 2 is, or number 3 is that SEO, social media, pay-per-click, local marketing, none of it works anymore if you have bad reviews online. So step 1 is to market the business with the website. SEO is typically what people do, and then they build their 5-star reputation. That's wrong. You want to start with building your reputation first, and then market it to get more customers. And here's why: is because one of the biggest shifts has happened ever in online marketing in the past 7 months. Here's why. Here's what's going on. People trust recommendations from other people. We know that. It's the most trusted form of advertising. 92% of people trust those referrals from other people. Not very far below that, though, is those consumer opinions posted online. They're trusted almost as much. And they're trusted even more than a front-page article on the Wall Street Journal or the Palm Beach Post, or even more than your branded website. So it's really important to know this. And here's the other thing, is that consumers look up an average of 10 reviews before making a decision. and 70% of consumers trust a business with a minimum of 6 to 10 reviews. This was done by a study from DemandForce, and they found, so really without 6 5-star reviews, your business isn't trusted. And here's a study that actually shows that bottom line is that if you increase your star rating by just a half a star, it corresponds to a 19% increase in revenue. And this is done by Berkeley. There's another study that was done by Harvard, and it showed that if you increase your star rating by 1 star, it corresponds to a 5 to 10% increase in gross revenues on a yearly basis. So it's really important. So what is reputation marketing? It's the definition of reputation marketing is building a 5-star reputation online and leveraging that reputation to get more customers. So, do you know your reputation right now? We can actually do I can generate a reputation report for you, and we'll have that running in the background really quick here. So let me just type in let me go to your rep report. This is our technology that we've licensed. It allows you to find out exactly what people are saying about you online, and it also will give you an idea of how. Remember earlier we were talking about your directories and whether or not they've been claimed correctly and the information matches, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me go to what's your business phone number again?
Would you like to know?
457 2220.
What's the area code?
858.
457 2220. Okay, so now I'm gonna generate this report. So we normally charge $97 for this. It's what our computer is doing is our system is doing is it's going out there and it's scraping from all the different directories that are out there, the top 20, and it's finding out if you've got.
This is your own.
What's that?
This is your own. This is your own software.
Yes. This is the software that we have developed that will basically pull back any reviews that are negative potentially about your business, and it will also let you know how easy it is for people to find you online right now based on the directories that you've either claimed or haven't claimed, and will also give you an idea of the information if it matches from one directory to another. That's a lot of the reason why right now when somebody, let me just type in, for example, Lasik eye surgery La Jolla, okay, which we know people are typing it in because Google is suggesting it right here again. So Lasik eye surgery La Jolla, this is who's coming up. And a big reason why they're coming up is because of the fact that they've taken the time to make sure that all your directories are claimed correctly and that you've got the same information on all the directories that are out there. If you've got
the third guy down there is not even an ophthalmologist. He's an optometrist.
Right.
Yeah, he's the third guy.
Right here?
No, Gordon Wong. No, the one below that.
Oh, Gordon Wong. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, for the first time, you can see two incredible things. One, what people are saying about you online, and two, what local directories your business isn't being found on. But first, if you've got...
Okay, so as he said, we're seeing two things. Number one, you've got two bad reviews, and then number two, you can see that your reach, listing score is 40%. You have listings that are unclaimed, inaccurate, or not found on 60% of your market's major local directories. So there's 7 that are not claimed or inaccurate, and 3 that you're not found on or you're deleted. Okay. So on Google Plus, you've got 6 reviews. You've not claimed it. You've got you've got this information right here is correct on Google Plus. However, you've not claimed it looks like you haven't claimed your directory listing on Google Plus. Bing, it looks like you're not found. TripAdvisor, not found. Yelp, you've got 13 reviews. You've claimed it, but your citation, meaning this information right here, does not match. Okay? And you want that to match, and that's one of the big reasons why you would show up here higher, because the businesses that are showing up here on the maps, these guys right here, have typically what they've done is they've used this same information and they've claimed other directories out there in order to show up higher on the maps. Merchant Circle, you've got 0 reviews, you've claimed it, no citation match. Foursquare, 0 reviews, you've claimed it, no citation match. In other words, the information does not corroborate with this information right here. And Yahoo, you've got 0 reviews, you've claimed it, no citation match. Same with Insider Pages. And then here's 2 reviews. This is Dr. Albanian is a money thief. I don't know. Didn't even get your name right. He took $370 out of my back account with my permission. Do not trust him. I'm only outing a star so I can post this. And they took more money than I owed. Yes, I can see, but night vision is not good. I ignore this. Doctor called me and he's sorry. I don't know. I was not satisfied. There's another one these are both on Yelp.
Yeah.
So
these are billing disputes. That's what Yelp is. Such a worthless thing for medical practices, because we can't tell them the story without revealing the medical history.
Well, what you can do, did you at least respond to these reviews?
No, we're not going to respond on Yelp. We've talked to both patients. Basically, they were trying to blackmail us and not pay for the services that they received. And
okay.
I mean, that lady had surgery and she paid $375 for it, and she's trying to get away with that too. It's just unbelievable. So what some people will do, but whatever. We don't worry about it. The problem is you can't. I can't go right on there the full story of what she had without revealing her medical.
Yeah, there's a certain way. I mean, obviously the forum for communicating with somebody like that is not in a public forum like that.
No, she's got some. Yeah, you can't talk to her. She's not really a wicked lady. So.
Yeah. No, I hear you. So, I mean, obviously, just responding, and we actually, that's one of the things that we do is we coach and train our customers on how to respond. There's certain templates that we give. We give actually 10 different response templates that you can use and you can choose from in order to communicate with somebody to make them feel heard. Because ultimately, what we found is if you don't respond, then you're assumed to be guilty. So at least some response, even just to make it, to respond, to show people that you do care is the important thing to do. So the perfect reputation management marketing strategy is one that incorporates all 4 of these things here. So the first one is to build the reputation, you get reviews. Second is to market that reputation by getting them out there on your website, on social media, etc., on YouTube, like we did today. Manage your reputation by monitoring and engaging with the people that are responding to you or creating reviews about you, and then creating a culture so that you can educate and inspire your staff so that when they hear of that referable moment happening, they capitalize on it and they capture the review at that moment to build your reputation. So developing your 5-star reputation is done we do this with postcards. You can have media that has a specific feedback page or review page that you send people to. You have business cards that you can use to get people to go to that to review you guys, to make them aware of it. Email templates, you can send these emails out to your list if you have a list of people to ask them to review you. Private review pages, this is the cornerstone of what we do to build somebody's reputation. And then posting strategy. You've got to have a posting strategy because ultimately you can't just obviously post reviews on your own behalf. You want to have real people that have Yelp accounts, that have Google Plus accounts review your business. So now the most important thing is marketing your 5-star reputation through video review marketing, website marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, maps marketing, and then sales marketing. So in other words, when you're meeting with somebody and they're wondering whether or not they should go with you or somebody else, you can leverage in this sales marketing strategy at the bottom, for example, the fact that you've got great reviews. You can say, look, go online, look at our reviews, type in Eye Center of La Jolla, and see what people are saying about us. It's a great strategy, leveraging your reputation. We're no different. We do the exact same thing. We ask people to go and look and see what other people are saying about us. The reputation marketing strategy, manage and market your these are all the things that we do with our customers. We personally train your staff on reputation, develop your strategy, get reviews from customers. We build your 5-star reputation every day. We monitor the top review sites each day. We send you detailed alerts on a daily basis. Every 2 weeks we create a report so that you can actually present this to your team and you have a loop feedback for your team so that they know whether or not they're doing a good job. Respond to bad reviews, as I had mentioned. You post reviews to your website, a blog, and one other site. We daily post your reviews to Facebook, LinkedIn, and social media. If you hired somebody, obviously, it would cost quite a lot, but we can do all this for you, or you can do this yourself. And so, we can put a strategy together for you guys to help you build and market your reputation to get more customers. So, what the next step would be is for us to just take a couple hours, put a strategy session together for you. You'll have 3 choices at the end of it. You can either do it yourself, you can have us do it, or you can just, you can do nothing. And so, I mean, it's ultimately up to you. That's where we really can help you. And I'll show you. I'll give you some specific strategies that you can use yourself. And even if you don't spend a dime with us. So does that make sense?
Yeah. So send me your proposals. Just that managing the social media aspect of it. If you can give me a price quote for what you would charge for going on there and making sure everything's updated.
Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I'll look at your overall online reputation and give you certain suggestions and it's going to be customized just for you guys. So it's going to be it'll be the whole enchilada, and you can choose out of that if you want to, like one component of it. So but ultimately it's going to be customized for you guys. So all we need to do is just figure out a time sometime in the next week or so to in the next week to basically so that I could give you that strategy session.
You mean through this via this Hangout again, or?
It would be over Hangout. I could just show you my screen. All we need is just 20 minutes or so.
So why don't you let me
and at that time, I'm gonna I'll have the video ready for you, so you can review it, the final end product of the interview.
This week was perfect. Today, next week looks really crazy. I mean, there's early in the morning is always the best, but
Okay.
Tuesday morning before I go into surgery, I can probably do something.
Tuesday the 8th.
Yeah. Let me double check another calendar. But and you're gonna send me a copy of this video. Hey,
Yeah.
Ryan, can you see if you can modify that bottom link? Are you able to edit by putting the?
No, we can't edit that out. That's why I was saying if it would be best to go, because we go back and forth so many times to edit that, it would literally take probably 10 hours.
So you can't put a different banner like you did with my phone number? Just maybe even that banner that you have.
Yeah, I mean we can. Yeah, there's no way it would take 10 hours to edit that with a different banner. Because we go back and forth so many times, we would have to specifically go in at every single time that you show up and put in that banner and show it differently. There's so many back and forths that it would be 10 hours of work for sure.
10 hours, huh? Wow.
Yep. Because you'd have to find that specific spot. You have to cut it. I mean, the editing process is insane. So.
Well, I wonder if once you send me my copy, my website guy that does this stuff, maybe he can do it, because that didn't look too good.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. It would be best to not have one.
Yeah, and I thought I unblocked it, but then I realized I clicked on the button again, right? So
yeah. So I mean, I think it's people don't expect that it's going to be like totally perfect. I mean, it's going back and forth. They understand that there's going to be, they understand that it's going to be, there's going to be some.
Okay. So when do you think you'll be able to get me a copy of that video?
Well, we'll have it for when we actually meet by our.
Yeah, Tuesday morning looks good. Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Tuesday morning. Okay, I will be in Florida, so it's going to be, Tuesday morning. When do we do it? You want to do it at same time, 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm putting it in right now. I'm inviting you.
You're on the West Coast, right? You're in San Diego.
Yeah, I'm in San Diego right now. I'm going to be in Florida though at that time. So
But where are you based out of? Where's your company based
I'm
out
in San Diego.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I'm originally from Florida. My son's in Florida. That's why I go back every 1 week a month. A little 12-year-old Dr. Alborzian.
Okay.
The lady didn't even get your name right on that review.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, she's a funny lady. But I can't believe. I mean, she got away with a free surgery. I can't believe her. She's just. I cannot believe her. But
Wow.
anyway, you can't say. You can't say this stuff. But
yeah. No, I hear you. So what's your email again? Your Gmail?
Dr. Alborzian at Gmail.
Just Dr. right?
Yeah.
DRALBORZIAN. Was Alborzian taken?
No, I have. I may have Alborzian. I don't know, but this.
All right. I got it. Okay, so I'm sending it to you right now. Just go ahead. You'll see it in your your email right now. I sent it to you.
It's coming to Gmail, huh? Yeah, I don't really check that email. Email just for this stuff.
Okay.
Okay. I put you down in my calendar anyway. So.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome, Doc. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. What else? I think just want to make sure that.
So you'll email it to me before then, or on that morning I'm gonna get it from you, or?
Yeah, I mean, I want to present it to you during the morning. If we get it done beforehand, I'll email it to you. I mean, you know.
And if I'm really unhappy with it, I probably won't be, but I don't want to. Do you do a redo of it?
We could we could do a redo that morning if you want,
Okay.
since you're
Right.
such a pro now.
Yeah. Sounds good.
How much? Yeah, I mean, okay. How much is I mean, what would you say the value of one new customer is for you guys?
It all depends. I mean, do I get a LASIK out of it? I don't know. If I LASIK is like that guy said, these big companies have taken over it, and they kind of go by, oh, we do 10,000 a year, but they never see a single one of those patients post-op. They turn them all over to the optometrist. So these optometrists get kickback, which is illegal, but they do it. They basically co-manage, and so the surgeons never end up being the care providers. But I mean, Envision and all these big companies, they turn LASIK costs, and they charge a lot more than we do. They charge anywhere between $4,000 to $5,000 for LASIK, and they turn them, every 5 minutes they do a LASIK. So you can imagine how much money there is in LASIK.
Wow.
So for smaller practices, that's why he says, oh, you don't want to go to a 10% guy. Well, guess what? LASIK is not a technical surgery. I do cataract, glaucoma surgery. Those are much more difficult surgeries. So if you can do those, LASIK is a piece of cake because it's all done by laser. You just press on the pedal. But there's so much more money in it because insurance isn't involved, and people do elective procedures. People pay thousands of dollars for plastic surgeries of any kind, and LASIK is a form of plastic surgery because you just don't wear your glasses.
Yeah.
So people, I mean, these big companies are competing with the traditional practice of medicine. And that's fine. That's why I'm here doing this. So this is my way of competing. But is it the best way? I wouldn't go to Envision.
Yeah.
You're not recording me now.
Let me ask you. So if we get you, so if what we do gets you one new customer, or two new patients per month, I think that's totally realistic.
If you give me two, I'm telling you, I've been at this now 2.5 years. If you give me 2 LASIKs a month, you got my business long term. But I don't. We'll see. I mean, I never say never. It's a lot harder than. It's a lot harder. I've had so many different people say, I'll get you 1 a month, 2 a month. I'll get you 5 a month. I mean, people come in saying, oh, 5, that's nothing. I'll get you 5 a month. It's not that.
Yeah.
Companies, they spend thousands, I mean, in the tens of thousands of dollars advertising and marketing themselves.
Yeah.
I don't have that budget, and I don't necessarily want to advertise that much. I don't want to just do 90% LASIK because there's LASIK. All you do is you press, a pedal all day long, And sure, it brings money. I mean, if that was what was walking in, I would do it. But for me to just invest and invest and invest just to go after the dollar is not a satisfying way for me to be a doctor.
Yeah.
So
No, I hear you. So how are you getting most of your patients right now? Is it just word of mouth?
a lot of word of mouth. I did, initially I did a couple of Groupons when I first opened up the practice, and that kind of got the word out, and we did quite a few of those. But so people's family members, people's I'm on a hospital campus, so a lot of people around the hospital have gotten to know us, and the nurses and the technicians actually that know me and see what I do, they refer to me. So they say, go to this guy, he knows what he's doing. So that's the best way,
Well, let me just tell you, there was a study that was just done, and they found that 90% of people that are referred to a specific business will actually go online in order to find more information about that business.
Yes.
And of those 90%, 60% will go to the directories and do exactly what I did earlier, where I typed in Eye Center of La Jolla.
Yeah.
And we saw Yelp, we saw Google Plus. So 60% of people will do that. The other 40% of the 90% that actually go online to find out more information about you will go directly to your website. And so it's really important that you obviously have those reviews on your homepage, and there's a certain way to display those reviews that are going to be very, very powerful, more powerful than any other way. Right? The way that we actually present the reviews is we post the reviews, and up in the upper right-hand corner we put a link to the directory that review is actually living on. So it gives the review more validity, and we even put a link to the person's name with the review that links you to their profile on that particular directory, showing that it's a real person leaving a review. In other words, it's not just you posting a review from some, you know what I'm saying? There's third-party validation for the review itself.
Right. So I think that was one of my questions before we started, was that if the challenge will be for you to tell me that this came because of your efforts. If people say business trend, then that's a given. But that, I don't know if that's the likely thing to happen or not. So if you can directly link back the actual patients that come in and get the procedure done, then back to you, then like I said, I'm a pretty loyal guy. If you show me that you'll get the one thing I found out with you guys also have to market yourself to a large number enough of people to get going. So again, the individual kind of gets lost, and so when you're trying to do this to too many different people, when I talk to you over and over again and I hear the same pitch, I know you forgot that you already kind of told me this. Not just you necessarily, but I've seen, I've done this. I've talked to several of you guys because I get solicited so much. Yeah, I mean, if you do the work, you got my business. There's no question. And the guy that makes my website right now, he's just not dedicated fully right now to just my social media and this online reputation stuff. He's just managing the website. So I've got room for somebody that can actually do this stuff, but you gotta, at the minimum, pay for yourself and don't put it in profits. So if you prove yourself to be it, then you got my business. I haven't found someone that's doing a good job yet.
No, I hear you. I mean, keep in mind, what we do is reputation management, which is really on the side of lead conversion. It's not lead generation in the sense that, the only part of lead generation that we're really doing is that we are helping you get found in the sense that we're creating the directories for you, as I shared with you earlier, that will help people find you. The way
and I know it's hard for you, but that would be sort of your business strategy. I mean, if you can prove to people that it's your efforts that brought that in, then that's a given. Because I'm already advertising on Google or Bing or whatever he's doing. So
when people even type in, for example, Lasik surgeon or Lasik in La Jolla, you're not coming up. So
that's the organic stuff. But for pay-per-click, I think we've cut back on Google because Google, you have to spend, like I said, I forget what he told me. It's like you have to spend a couple $1,000s a day or every 2 days to compete with these guys that are so heavily invested in it. All they do 90 to 100% of the time is LASIK. So like,
Yeah.
envision, I mean, this is a big corporation all over Southern California and on the East.
Hold on. Let me just help you understand. These guys right here that are in the ad section, they're only, people only click on them about 20 to 30% of the time.
Yeah.
When people type in LASIK eye surgery La Jolla, they're going here to the maps because they want to go to a business that's local. And when they go here, they also want to find that you've got a great reputation. You've got that.
See, I'm on the right-hand column. You see that? That's my ad right there.
I know, but people don't. This is an ad. These are ads. This is organic.
Right. No, I know the organic stuff, but that's all determined by Google. So Google.
Yeah, I know, and we can have. That's part of what we do.
Okay. So you're saying that. So you're saying, and again, I've been promised this before, that you're saying that you'll get me to be between A and G.
Well, what we do, part of the outcome of what we do, because we go and claim these directories for you,
right,
and we actually claim your Google Plus listing in the correct way. Right now, it looks like you haven't even claimed your Google Plus directory. What we need to do is make sure that you've claimed these directories. Typically, once that's done, you will show up on the maps here. Okay, that's just a result of. As a result of us going out and claiming the 15 directories for you correctly and claiming your Google Plus page correctly.
Well, I'm pretty sure we've claimed it because I've logged in there and we've cleaned it up a little bit. But
I don't see it though.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, yeah. So no, that's the thing. That's if you guys could help out with that kind of stuff for a reasonable fee. That and again, what time period are you telling me? I mean, are you going to say, again? Until this week, where again I got solicited by email, nobody ever says we'll guarantee or we'll tell you this. Somebody just emailed me again recently, and I don't reply to these emails. You guys were just one of the few that I replied to, but he says we will guarantee that if you don't get results, your money is back. So it's an investment. So it's nice to know that I'm not, and I've spent over the 2.5 years that I've been open, I've spent over probably 20K on just the internet stuff, and it has to have some return on investment. I can't just keep pouring random money here and there. There's a lot of competition out there, and I've only got a certain budget for this stuff, and it doesn't always pay for itself. The internet, you can pour a lot of money into it. It doesn't always pay for itself.
Yeah.
Even though I completely agree with you, people grow there. But no company like yours is coming forward and saying, I'll do this for you in 3 months and I'll show you that I can get you A to G. Not even 100% full refund. I'll get you 50% full refund. Nobody's coming out there and putting themselves out there saying that I'll do this, and if I don't get you the results, then that's it. You can have this portion of the money back. Something reasonable. They charge anywhere between $500 to $2,000 a month. And it's just amazing to me that people think I'm going to pay that money monthly to them and not expect results. And after 2-3 months, I've ended quite a bit of these marketing relationships because just people it's not working. I do the same thing, I still don't come up. And a lot of that is determined by Google from what I've learned. And if you don't have an aged website, Google is just not going to give you the ranking that you need. So mine is only 2.5 years old. So I don't know if you know more about it, then know you have other strategies that can get me up there on the natural organic search list. But so far nothing has worked except putting the PPC campaign. So at least I come up somewhere. And I come up. It's just not in the organic side.
So part of the missing link for you is making sure that you've got those directories claimed, because right now, like we saw on this result here, that your listing score is 40%, and so 60% of your market's major directories you're not claimed or you're not found. So that's the first thing that we would definitely clean up, and that's part of what we do. So anyway, that's
fair enough. Yeah, send me your proposal, and then if it's a reasonable fee with some at least. I mean, again, I'll take a couple months of risk, but all these couple months of risk have added to be quite a bit for me.
Yeah.
If it's a reasonable fee and if you can give me some kind of reassurance that it will work, at least for this time invested with you, getting a video out of it. So that's nice. But
Yeah.
hopefully, yeah, it will be a long-term relationship. I'm looking for somebody that will do the job that they say they will do.
Yeah, no, and I'll put a strategy session together for you. I'll present it to you on the 8th and at 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Sounds good.
And let me know if you have any questions in the meantime. We got a good interview today. You've gotten a great education on using Google Hangouts, and also you've gotten a great education on reputation management and marketing. I mean, at least you know where you stand, and I'll actually send you over this report so you have a copy of it. Okay.
Sounds good, Ryan. Thank you. And we're local, so face-to-face sometimes is better. If you want to even come by the office, it may be better to do this in person. But yeah, this works just fine as well.
Yeah, no. I'm in La Jolla. Any excuse I can get to go to La Jolla. It's one of my favorite areas. I paddleboard over there in the Cove. I was there when it was breaking huge about 2 weeks ago.
There you go. 7 a.m. I'll be here next Tuesday, so you can either be here in person or we could do this online. Just let me know.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, Doc. You bet.
Bye-bye.